YouTube, it's Simply Debbie. In today's DIY, we'll be going over how to make a marble jewelry dish. I was inspired to do this tutorial because I have these jewelries that I wear on a daily basis and I wanted a small dish that I can place them in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. For the setup, I would recommend that you place a cutting board under some wax paper. Trust me, I learned this the hard way. During my first attempt, I made a bunch of cut marks all over my table. Yes, it's very hurtful to see. After you have placed wax paper, grab some tape and tape down the wax paper so that way it prevents the paper from moving all over the place. Next is the fun part. This is where you can be creative and use whichever color you like and however much colors you want. I stuck with 4 colors. I'm using Sculpey's Oven Baked Clay. What I did was I used more of the lighter colors and less of the darker colors. So the white I have 2 halves, silver 1 half, and the pink and black 1/4. Once we have cut out the amount of color we want, what you want to do is roll each of these colored clays so it's nice and long. Think about making it like nice long snakes. I made mine's about 8 inches long. Now that we have rolled out each piece of clay, place them all together and twist them like you are making a pretzel. Pretzels, I could use one right about now. Basically, we are twisting until we get a design that we want. Before each twist, I like to look around my ball and see, is this a design I like? If not, go ahead and twist until you find a design that you like. Like I had mentioned before you twist again, take a look around your ball to see if you find a design that interests you. Here, I like this pink area right about here, and these little thin strips of multicolored lines. So go ahead and flatten your ball so your design is faced up. Next, place your ball on top of your table with your design faced up. I placed a wax paper on top of my design because next we'll flatten out our clay, and the wax paper, what it does is that it prevents the clay from sticking to our tools. First, I used a dish to make the initial flatten and then rolled it out. If you don't have a cooking roller like myself, just find a cylinder shaped object and it'll work just fine. After your clay is flattened, go ahead and grab your circular object and trace the circle using some sort of sharp blade. A butter knife will work just fine. For my circular object, I'm using the circular dish that I'll be using later to bake my clay in. And the extra clay, I rolled it together and kept it on the side because I'll be using it for my bird. Later, I went around and cleaned it, and again, I saved the extra clay. Moving on to our bird, you can place the dish portion aside and grab the extra clay. What I did was I separated the ball into 1 large ball and 1 small ball. The large ball is the body part of the bird and the small ball is the head of the bird. To connect the head and body, what I did was I blended the clay together. Then once that's done, you can pinch the back of the bird to create a tail using your pointer finger and your thumb finger, and do the same for the beak. And then once you have shaped your bird into the shape you want, go ahead and push the bird down gently on the table, creating a flat surface on the bottom of the bird, so later it can lay flat on the surface of the dish. Now we can go ahead and grab out our circular clay again and place it into our oven-safe dish. I want to advise you to please make sure that you use an oven-safe dish for this craft and push down, creating a flat surface. Next, I grabbed some black clay and flattened it out just enough length to reach across my dish and just enough height to place my lettering in. I used a small ruler to help me create a straight line. I placed it into my dish, cutting out the excess clay. I wanted to use the letters INSPIRE, inspire. To me, that one word is so powerful and motivating. I used some of my old stamps I had laying around my house. It is called Polyclear Stamps by Hero Arts. In the black area, I pushed down onto the stamp so it made a deep indentation. Now we can place our birdie into another oven-safe dish and place both oven-safe dishes into the oven. Follow the instructions on how to bake your clay. Mine says to bake in 275 degrees for 15 minutes. After 50 minutes has passed, you can go ahead and take out your oven-safe dishes and let it cool down. Once the clay has hardened and cooled down, I later went in with my gold nail polish and fine brush to color in the letters. You can also use paint, but because I don't have gold paint, I was thinking, hey, let's go ahead and save some money and use my old nail polishes. After you color in the letters, you can go ahead and color the edges of the dish. If you even wanted to add some flavor, you can go ahead and paint the bird to add some character as well. And lastly, you can go ahead and grab your strong glue. Here I have my E6000 glue to glue my birdie onto my dish. And there you have it, your own personalized marble jewelry dish. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful day and see you all soon. Bye!